Welcome. This is video 11B in a series of videos describing the use of two software applications, pfodDesigner and pfodApp. Now when I did the video 11A, I gave a short description of how to generate the template that I use for that particular file in pfodDesigner. And I also gave a bit of a description of the software that goes into creating a string input. And I discussed at the time about using what I wanted to do is using just simple software for doing just a string input, a numeric input, a single selection, and a multi-selection. And that's what's going to be going on here with videos 11B, 11C, and 11D. So when I did 11A, I also referred to, or I made a mention of the fact that there was going to be a little software snippet of code, Arduino, IDE code supplied, and that code is available off of the developer's website, Forward Computing and Control Proprietary Limited, out of New South Wales, Australia. And that developer developed a pfodDesigner and pfodApp. And like I say, if you go to his website and you find pfodApp and then go from there, you'll see a series of videos done by a guy named Brian. And in 11A, the video 11A, there's a snippet of code there that you can use for, just shows you basically, if you just download it straight to an Arduino Uno or an Arduino Mega, and, you can go ahead and run that little example that I provided. There's going to be an example as well with the code, provided with this one as well, once the developer gets this video information posted on his website. So that's about it. What we're going to do right now is we're just going to jump straight into pfodApp. And for this example, like I said, it's going to be a numeric input. So just like 11A, I had this numeric input up here. I had it just labeled string input. So this one here, I've just got it labeled numeric input. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it because I've got a touch zone set up there. And you can see this little message near the bottom of the screen there. Whoops. Enter value, max 8 digits, no decimal point numbers, use a check mark after entry. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and get rid of them little letters that I put there accidentally. And I've got the code set up so I can do a maximum of 8 digits. In fact, I tried doing more than 8 digits and I was unsuccessful. But also the thing you'll notice when we get to the software is, you'll see it when we get to the software, but I've gone ahead and I've used an Arduino function, a C++ function to convert from, a string to a numeric input, So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and put in, I'll put in an 8-digit number, and I'll just save that. And there it goes. It appears on the screen. So not much to see here, but that's it. What we'll do now is we'll just jump over to the laptop and have. So here we are over at the laptop. And the very first thing I'd like to point out is these variables that I'm using. Now I've got a string value in here, num string, and then a float, which I've called value. And I'll go on down here to my return from numeric input page. Now, as I mentioned when I did the little example on the graphic display there on the tablet, I'm using this function here toInt to convert from a string value to an integer value. Now I did that for simplicity's sake, just for my own use. And if you go to the developer's website, or if you already have his pfod specification, on page 70 and page 71 of the pfod specification, you'll find much more detailed information about the code that the developer uses to do a numeric input, and it's quite more involved than what I've got here, and it's quite a bit more flexible than what I've got here. Much more usable. I think what I can do here is, I'm pretty sure I can do a maximum value of 8 characters. I've tried 9 and I was unsuccessful, but I can do a maximum of 8 characters. 8 numbers, like I showed on the display there on the tablet, the graphic display. There's not much else to look at here. I used a template that I used for video 11A, And the only changes I made was, changing it to for a numeric, a numeric string input or a numeric input. And there's just these four items here that I've got in, that I put in there, and then I go on down here, my drawing command A, send numeric input screen. So that's what I call that function when I press the button for numeric string, numeric input. And you can see the information that I've got here. Your little prompt message at the bottom of the the graphics display page. The label at the bottom of the graphics display page, my numeric input. Yeah, and then down here to your the actual graphics, eh? So your button and your label on your button. I mean, the last 11A I had string input. This time I've got numeric input. I created a touch zone, yep, just like the last time, and decimal values here. So for decimals, I've got 0 here because I just put in. I was just intending on showing just how to do an integer. But I mean, if you wanted to do like 2 decimal places, you would just after you have your value input, you just divide it by 100, and put 2 in here for for your decimals, eh? And that'll show your decimal places, and accordingly for 3 decimal places, or whatever you want to do there. I think that's about it. There's not much else to show here for this particular example. That's pretty much it. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.